on, chat. So, I'm on my way to work. Today is Monday, June 24th, 8:49 a.m. The reason I'm making this video is because there's certain things I've always said that I'm gonna do, and one way or another I'm gonna do them, right? Okay. If I said I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. And you should do the same. You always gotta keep your word. Type shit. Well, I feel like I've been telling myself, and I say it out loud, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel. Whether it's for myself or for y'all, it doesn't matter. I've always said I'm gonna make a YouTube channel. And I kind of just realized over the past few days, like 6 months, almost 7 months of this year have gone by. And I have uploaded like 1 video, 2 videos. Nonchalant, that's not really nothing. That it doesn't mean nothing if you're inconsistent, right? So this is kind of just like I gotta hit myself with reality, because at the end of the day, bro, it would be cool to have a YouTube channel, like a successful one, because I've always said I just want to make a lot of money and give back. I've said that since I was like 12 years old, like growing up watching Mr. Beast. And one day I am gonna meet Mr. Beast, like we're gonna make a video together, like I will be in a video with him. And bro, I've said these things since I was 12 years old, and people call me crazy, and it's like, no, like you have to literally like psych yourself into believing that you can actually do it, and then you actually do it for whatever reason. I have a journal of like a manifestation journal or like a prayer journal where I literally wrote things down that I didn't even think were possible at the time, and somehow, just by writing them down and thinking about them, it freaking happened. I remember in December of last year, 2023, I was still living at my mom's. How was my life back then? I was living at my mom's. I was making a transition in my real estate career, and I was basically not working. Like, I basically wasn't working because I was waiting to go to this other broker, and I was relearning like a whole new system. And in the past year, like the whole 2023, I sold a couple homes here and there. Definitely, come on now, definitely a little higher than the average agent, right? Their first year. But it wasn't where I wanted to be financially. I knew I wanted to make more money. And towards the end of the year, like I kind of fell into this pit. I was like, oh, what am I doing with my life? Oh my God, what am I doing, right? So, December 2023, I remember from like Thanksgiving to New Year's, I spent it with this friend. Shout out my boy. If he sees this, he knows who he is. But like, we were just like on a drinking spree. Like, I swear, this was one of, not a low of my life, but definitely not a high. I thought I was a shit, driving my truck everywhere, all these back roads. I'm drinking, you know, getting wasted on his ranch, or drinking in a small town we're from, whatever the case is, right? No, bro, like, that shit is not cool. That is not cool. Like, every now and then to drink with your buddies, that's cool. Like, I'll never, like, I mean, maybe I will, but like, just to like drink with your good friend, you're sitting on a ranch, you're hearing the crickets, and, you know, just talking, catching up on life, that's cool. But to be doing it as much as we were, nearly like every couple of days, like, nah. So basically what I'm trying to get at is I was at a very low in my life, right? And then I wrote in a journal saying, I remember, like I said, I was living with my mom. And so I wrote on there, like, I always drive through San Antonio. I always see people post really cool apartments, and there was this one apartment that I was so fascinated with called Inspired Downtown, because it was like an industrial type of apartment. Oh, can you see me? It was industrial looking, and I thought it was so cool, and I saw a studio there. So I wrote in my journal, I put, I will live in a studio downtown. Okay. At the time, like I said, I wasn't really making too much money, so to think about paying like $1,200-1,300 was like insane to me. I was like, God damn, like, and at the time I wasn't really even worried about the money amount. Like, I thought about it and I was like, damn, like, You know, hey, hey, I mean, 1,200, like, you know. So, blah, blah, blah. I wrote that down, and then I remember writing, like, I will have X amount of dollars in my bank account at all times. And the first thing I always wrote was, like, I'm a strong believer of God. I follow him, and, you know, my life reflects that. And I can give back to my family when needed. At the time, I couldn't. At the time, I couldn't even say that I was strong in my faith. You know, I would go to church and stuff, but I wasn't really, like, living, like, a really good example. Not to get all, like, Christian on y'all, right? Or religious on y'all. But that's just reality. Nobody's perfect, and neither am I, bro. Neither am I. Far from it. So anyways, fast forward, like, I remember telling my mom too, like, Mom, like, I'm gonna get an apartment this year. And she kind of looked at me and she was like, not that she doubted me, but based on how I was living my life, she was like, yeah, okay. And so then 3 months into the year, I learned about an apartment downtown that my friend was moving out of. He's like, bro, like, it's a really good deal. I think you should get it. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay. Bro, at the time, like, I was going over my finances. I was at this new broker 3 months, bro. I had definitely, like, I was hitting paychecks, but not, like, I wanted to make, like, a lot of money. And I was making enough to survive and, you know, save and all that stuff, right? Bruh. In March, I signed for a new apartment. Thankfully, like, I pre-leased it, so that means, like, I signed for it, but I didn't move until May. So that's what I did, right? 3 months into the year, I signed for an apartment. I didn't pay for it until May. And then, like, having to pay the security deposit and prorated rent, I was like, damn, like, am I really doing this? Like, am I sure? Like, I'm leaving my family. My parents were totally on board. They just wanted to make sure that financially I'd be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when I was signing everything, one of my coworkers, he was like, you gotta make sure that, like, you got money saved up and this and that, because you're not gonna go back. Like, you can't go back. And he says, you know, I know people say you can always go back home, which is true. You can always go back home. I know that my family always has a place for me, and I always go over. So, like, I always go over. But what he means is, like, for me, he was just kind of embedding it in me, like, you're not going back home, like, this is it, like, this is all you got. Like, I never had a plan B, and that's why I've been so successful. You know, people tippy-toe into things, like, oh, let me try this, let me try that. No, bro, you have to go all in, like, all in, bro, like, all in. Like, you cannot have a plan B. Like, that's why shit has worked out for me, because I'm just happy. Oh my gosh. But when I worked at Pepsi, I quit Pepsi fully to do real estate full time. And I had my money saved up. And I didn't work a part-time job. And thank gosh I didn't, because if I did, I know I would not have been able to focus full time and take the leap to doing it like 100%. Anyways, I've been lying to myself, saying I'm gonna do this video, yapping, beating around the bush, making excuses for myself. Oh, I'm doing this, or I'm doing this, or I'm busy at work. At the end of the day, bro, if you really want to, you'll make the time for it. Whether somebody watches this or not, oh well, bro. It's for myself. I like accountability. I've never been a gatekeeper, like, on the things that I do, because to be quite honest with you, I can tell you exactly what I did, step by step by step, on how to become successful and do the things that I have done, and people still won't do it. So there's no point in gatekeeping, bruh. People are telling me, oh, I want to try real estate. I said, okay, great, I'll coach you. Just get your real estate license. How many people have got their real estate license? Come on now. Come on. I always tell people, I'm always trying to put people on, get your real estate license, get your real estate license. Done, bro. That's why I don't mind sharing what I do. And the thing is, when I got my real estate license, I had nobody. I don't even know why I was getting my real estate license. I was just reading books that talk about real estate. And I was like, I guess if I want to learn about real estate, I'll do real estate. Right? Because it's like, like every millionaire or whatever invest in real estate. Yeah, I didn't know anything about real estate. I got my real estate license and I was like, okay, what now? Bruh. Another thing, right? Like I said, I had nobody to mentor me. I went and I asked people, can I shadow you? I went and like really put myself out there with certain people. And people go, oh, well, how do you get your license? Bro, I had nobody to like tell me those things. And so if you also need to be walked something step by step by step, maybe that isn't really the career for you, because in this career nobody tells you what to do. If you don't want to get up, then don't get up. If you don't want to work today, then don't work. That means you ain't gonna get paid. And if you can't figure out how to get, like, it's as far as Googling something, bro, like real estate license, how to get it, or blah blah blah. And of course people ask me and I'll tell them like, oh bro, like I did this or you can do this, I did this or you can do this. But it's like, after you tell so many people and nobody does it, it's just kind of like, why am I wasting my breath? So anyways, I'm on my way to work. I usually jam. I'm making this video because I just want to make it, and I want to upload at least twice a week, whether it's a vlog or a yap session, or maybe I'm going out and doing something, things of that sort. Probably upload some of the old videos that I made and never uploaded. This month has been pretty cool. It's been a really weird phase of my life right now, like the past few months, just figuring out not really what I'm doing, but kind of what I'm doing with my life. I just resigned at my apartment, right? And like, I don't know, just things in the works, whatnot. I went to Hawaii with a couple of friends. That was really fun. Came back. Then we went to Port Aransas. And then I went to Florida. And then I went to Barton Springs. And it's just crazy to be able to do things like that and like be able to balance work and like enjoy life. But I feel like right now I really need to lock in, like really lock in, like, and get that same drive that I had like at the beginning, where it was like just go, 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 go. Because now, not to be cocky or anything, but I'm very confident in the work that I do. Like I definitely feel like I'm a very knowledgeable person in the things that I do. And if I can produce and get the same drive that I had previously, like I'm hitting like the moon and stars, bro, like doing laps. And yeah, I just try to stack my bread. You know, I always say like, man, I used to just sing Billionaire by Bruno Mars, but that was like real life, like real life. Like I want to be on the cover of Forbes, real life. What? Who's honking? But anyway, for now, I'm going to work. And yeah, I see how work goes. Maybe I'll do a vlog on the way back. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just listen to music. But yeah, 2 videos a week would be cool. I wanna be. Anyways, I'll catch you later, chat. I'm gonna jam for the last 5 minutes of my ride. Bye.